Hello, and welcome to the Gamepodular Twitch channel. I am your host, Hilka. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Scott. How you doing today, bud?
I'm pretty good considering it's 1,000,000 degrees here.
Oh, God, yeah, I can imagine.
It's hot. I don't like it.
It is very much not over here. If you're watching the stream, you'll see that I am cosplaying as an independent games developer with my flannel shirt over a nerdy t-shirt. No disrespect. It's just a very funny coincidence. As you can see, we're playing Luigi's Mansion again today because this game rules, and I'm having a great time with it. But before we get into that, I want to remind everybody that we have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/Gamepodular. I almost said someone else's Patreon. Oh, I'm good. How are you? And if you want to give us money there, you can. You don't have to, of course, but we'd really appreciate it if you did. It helps us pay for stuff like games, I guess, and hosting and equipment if we manage to get more people on the Patreon. So please do. Also, you can send us money at our Ko-fi. That's ko-fi/pay. Oh my god. ko.fi/Gamepodular. Holy crap. I almost said /Patreon.
Oh.
I woke up earlier than usual today because I knew I had to take a shower before the stream. And I will say, I shower fairly regularly, not every day. At the recommendation of my dermatologist, I'll have you know. I didn't just decide to smell bad. But today is a day where I actually have to wash my hair because that's just how my scheduling works out. I wash my hair on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays because I have very long hair, but you're not supposed to wash your hair every day because it's bad for your hair. It dries it out too much. So yeah, I woke up early today because I needed time to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a little... Yeah.
Just a little bit out there.
Yeah. I don't want to get into it too much, but I've also had a couple of rough days earlier this week. It was not the best time. Nothing like any specifically. I just felt like garbage. Not in like a sick way. I was just depressed. But hey, social interaction. I went outside yesterday, which I guess I did do that on Tuesday as well. But it is Sinterklaas season here in the Netherlands, and Sinterklaas, for those of you who don't know, is the Dutch and superior and therefore superior equivalent to Christmas. If you ignore the racism parts.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you can ignore them.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in this country, myself included, who think like, hey, there's a part to Sinterklaas that's like actually really racist, and we should probably change that. And there's some other people who I do not get along with, who are like, no, it's tradition that Sinterklaas's or St. Nicholas's helpers look like racist caricatures from the 1940s. And I regret to inform you that, like a lot of traditions, that's a lot less old than they think it is. Like, I genuinely don't even think that goes back to, like, the 19th century. I think it's, like, a 20th century invention. Because the kayfabe of it is, they're, like, the helpers, Zwarte Piet, Black Peter, their faces are black because they go down the chimney to drop the presents, right? They're covered in soot. But somewhere along the line, that transformed into literal actual blackface with like the thick red lipstick and hoop earrings and like curly black hair, and that's racist as hell. And I think that that should be changed, and there's like protests about it every year, and I can't believe there need to be protests about it because it seems like a very normal thing to change because it's racist as hell.
Exactly.
Right, yes. What to finish the thought, I did buy some Kruidnoten, which are kind of like for our American viewers, and they're kind of like gingerbread cookies if they were like less ginger and more like cinnamon.
Okay.
They're delicious. They're like, they've got sort of like a pumpkin spice, like they're very baking spice, you know, your cinnamon, your nutmeg, your clove, a little bit of ginger kind of stuff. And these are like dipped in chocolate, and I ate like half this bag yesterday, and they're so good.
Ooh, nice.
Oh. Yeah, so they show up in stores in September these days, which is something I'm less of a fan of. And I do try to remain principled and not buy them until it gets to like late November, because Sinterklaas is December 5th. So like we don't have to wait until Christmas to do fun presents.
Okay.
I think I say this like every stream, but I'm in a mood today that I think is going to make for some interesting, like, fun watching. But I also have very strong opinions about things. Let's play some Luigi's Mansion.
Let's politicize Luigi's Mansion.
All right, I have a great idea. I should actually look at the game.
It can't help.
Yeah, I'm just so used to like keeping watch of OBS, which is on my other monitor, that I sometimes forget that I should probably just like look at the source projector. Right, yes, we're gonna go talk to... I have to... That's not... How do you play this game?
You set fire, yeah.
Set fire to the rain, baby.
Burninate.
I never got into Homestar Runner.
Oh, it was cool. They just released a new strong bad email on
So
YouTube.
I've heard. And the weird thing is, like, I was exactly like the age and demographic for someone who would get into Homestar Runner, because I was really into like Flash animations and stuff. You know, I spent some time on Newgrounds. I spent some time on Legendary Frog, but Homestar Runner just sort of never really stuck with me.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Missing a candle?
We'll just leave it for a while with the flashlight turned off.
Or wait, do I have...
Oh, can you take a photo of them? Ow.
Guten Tag.
You just had to pull out your Game Boy Horror.
Madame Clairvoyant. Still damp with the sweat of the living. Yucky. That
Sweat of the living, that's me. Okay, to be fair, it has been... It's not hot. It's been muggy because it's been it's got a muggy atmosphere, but it's also we've had a few storms.
Oh yeah, so
Like
it's
today,
just
well-
humid and sticky and
Yeah.
I've been there. Not physically. Well, I mean, I have been to like some parts of East Coast Australia. But I also used to live in Southeast Asia, so I'm familiar with the sensation.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another clue. Shoe. Yada, yada. Oh, speaking of spirits and clans, I do want to show off something. And
Yep.
I am running like a small risk here, but I don't think my brother actually watches these streams, so I think we're okay. Certainly not today. He's at work. My brother's a big fan of the Ace Attorney games, and to be fair, so am I. But he's the only one between us who has room for a Christmas tree at his place. So I got him something from Fangamer.
Okay.
The Ace Attorney Almost Christmas Ornament. And it's like solid metal, so it's like not dangerous to fall
nice.
off the tree if it's a cat. So on the one end, you got Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
On the other side, you got Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas.
Oh goodness.
I love Fangamer.
Oh,
Their stuff
that's
is
nice.
so good.
Yeah.
I mean, do I still? I also have like the Fangamer Monster Hunter Rathalos hoodie. They also have a Nargacuga one, which I'd get if it wasn't like a slightly uncomfortable hoodie. It's just the material they use is not my favorite. Anyway, spirits, yes. Well, we know he's in a painting. Number 3. Let's see for cranberries. Look out for booze, Luigi. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of pulling out your Game Boy accessories, they finally updated Game Boy and Nintendo NES NSO apps, so now you can update the controls.
Oh. And didn't the NES one get like an update to the CRT filter as well?
Yeah, I think it's now because I think the N64 had the updated CRT filter and they've been putting it to every other one. So yeah, I think the NES has got it now, which is cool.
To star. You know, maybe we should have done these one at a time.
We were too fun Luigi mentioning.
Yeah. It is kind of annoying, like, I realize this is a nitpick, but like, we're at like object number 4 now, and so far she hasn't told us anything we don't already know. Well, how convenient that I only have one more. Okay, we didn't know that. Bowser's somewhere in the mansion.
Ooh.
happiness in oils. Don't love that.
Well, that's one way of doing it.
Yep. Elle Woods like it's hard not to give.
Mario Mia.
Keys and doors. Keys and doors. Friends until the end. Okay, third floor. We haven't gotten much of an opportunity to explore that yet.
Hmm.
It's the bomb. So where's the actual boo?
Mario.
There's the boo.
Mario.
It's Luigi. Oh my god. Shots fired. All right, on to the third floor.
Mario.
Well, I am kind of curious about one thing. Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Is it that one? Nope. It's this one. It's also not that one. Oh my god. Maybe it is this one.
Mario.
I'm trying to find... Ah, right bumper. That's the one. Ah, that fills in the gap that we didn't have yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're making good progress on the actual ghosts. Like, we've only got 7 left.
Mm.
Actual ghosts. I don't know... Actually, I think I do know why I turn, like... Why I sound like I'm from Wisconsin whenever I say the word ghost. And it's because I watch a lot of Red Letter Media.
Ah.
Mike from Red Letter Media is kind of obsessed with ghosts.
Mario.
Ah.
To quote him, no, I don't believe in aliens. I believe in things that are real, like ghosts. Which is extra funny because, like, I have yet to see, you know me, I'm an evidence guy. I have yet to see convincing evidence of ghosts and spirits. But, like, statistically speaking, you'd be crazy to think that, like, we're the only life in the universe. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Do I think we've made contact with any of them? Probably not. But, like, the universe is, like, unfathomably large.
Yes, I don't subscribe to the red dwarf thinking that there's no life out there.
Man, Red Dwarf is such a good show. There we go, just in time. All right. I said to you before we went live that I have hot takes about food.
Yes.
I've talked before, I think, about how I am a pineapple on pizza radical is how I would describe myself.
Okay.
Like, not only do I believe that pineapple is good on pizza, I believe we should be putting more fruits on pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Swedes have it right. Banana, like, whips on pizza. But my hot take is that I think we should just have less, like... I think we should have fewer, like, sacred cows when it comes to food. With the caveat that, like, we do have to recognize that, like, food is a, like, an artifact of culture, you know?
Yep.
And making food the way it's quote-unquote supposed to be made is respecting the culture of origin. Yeah, physics. That being said, I do think that, like, okay, I follow multiple subreddits about people making terrible food. One of them is r/didn't have the eggs, where people just make absolutely insane substitutions. Like, one of my favorites being, there's so much sugar in carrots, so I replaced the carrots in this carrots cake with kale.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a fake door. That's good to know. Or, like, sugar is a big one that comes up a lot. It's like, people are very conscious about their sugar intake, and rightfully so. Like, in general, like, you do need sugar in your diet. It is just an important...
It is a carbohydrate, yes.
Yeah.
You need carbohydrates in your diet. Like, you cannot... That's the thing with diabetes, is that diabetes isn't about sugar, it's about carbohydrates, because sugar is a carbohydrate. You gotta watch your carbohydrate intake.
Yeah. But in general, I do agree that, like, most people's diets use too much sugar.
Oh, of course. It is a big problem. I mean, when you're having anything like fat-free, sugar is a substitution.
Yeah. And if anything, like fat, like, too much fat isn't good for you, but I think too much sugar is probably worse for you. I am not a dietitian, so take what I say in that regard with a grain of salt.
What about salt? Is that good for you?
I mean, my main thing is just, like, literally everything is bad for you when you have too much of it.
Yeah.
Vacuum me with your Poltergust 3000. Mysterious power. Desire the urge. Nice, okay. Okay, so that tells me that I have to find more booze first.
3 more booze.
Noted. But yeah, to finish my thought, like, I have had, like, I'm a big fan of pizza because I'm a human being who is thankfully not lactose intolerant. But, and I like Italian pizza, but, like, American style pizza, I don't think Italians should be getting as huffy about American style pizza as a lot of them do. And I understand that, like, a lot of it is just, like, performative, you know, just like, ooh, these stupid Americans, they're super fatty pizzas. Like, I don't know if you've heard about this. It's this crazy thing. Fat makes food taste really good. And, like, American pizzas are a fundamentally different experience to Italian pizzas, but they're not any worse at being what they are, you know? I'm not ashamed to admit, I love me a Domino's pizza.
Yeah, I prefer in Australia. I prefer. I gotta be honest. I prefer a Pizza Hut pizza. Like Domino's is sort of known as the cheaper option.
Yeah, but it's like the same principle, right? Like I do agree. I don't think Pizza Hut exists in this country, and so it's been a hot minute since I've had Pizza Hut. But I did really love their like stuffed crust pizzas when I was a teenager. Oh, like cheese stuffed crust Pizza Hut pizzas.
They currently got one in Australia where it's stuffed crust, but there's also like cheese inside the base dough.
Oh. Another day that I am grateful I am not lactose intolerant. I genuinely like
Oh yeah.
am afraid of becoming lactose intolerant because cheese is such a fundamental part of my diet. And I know that's like haha funny white people, but like I'm Dutch. Not only am I Dutch, I am Frisian. We have a long and proud history of cheese making and cheese eating. And that is disrespecting our culture if you're going to make fun of us for eating cheese, frankly. Oh, I have to go all the way around to catch that ghost? Ugh. But, like, I see a lot of comments on the subreddits of people making bad food of just like, oh, my grandma would hate this. And
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, dunk on people's grandmas too much. Yeah, exactly. Just eat cheese if you please. I don't want to dunk on people's grandmas too much because the, foundational memories, and I loved my grandparents, but there are some grandmas, mostly in the US, but Europe is not allergic to this, who like grew up in a time where the thing to do was make like gelatin molds as food, And broadly speaking, we don't really do that very much anymore. I don't find a lot of people feel like they're nostalgic for the like, oh yeah, I miss my grandmother's gelatin hot dog casserole. Because that stuff's gross. And so, like, food is also just a thing that is constantly changing, and there's constantly new, like, innovations happening in it.
Yep.
And I think we need to be a little more, we as humans just need to be a little more open to change. Because it also, like, relating to the Sinterklaas thing I was talking about earlier, like, a lot of these, like, traditions are just a lot less old than people think they are.
Oh, yeah.
Like, here in the Netherlands, one of our, like, staple foods is stamppot, which is mashed potatoes with, like, vegetables and smoked sausage.
Okay.
But, like... And it is one of the most Dutch dishes that people will point to and say, like, that's more Dutch than basically anything else. But, like, potatoes aren't native to this country. We didn't get potatoes until, like, I'm gonna say the 17th century, thereabouts. Like, when the Spanish conquered us, basically.
Yep. I think it was the other chair, yeah, the one there.
See, it's not...
Oh, no. No, it's not doing it anymore.
And, like, if you want to get, like, really uppity about food traditions in the Netherlands, you gotta eat way fewer potatoes and way more, like, turnips.
Yep.
And frankly, turnips are not very tasty. I'm sorry.
Well, they're not tasty to you.
Yeah.
But there's other people. Look, I come from a land where every company wants to at least put their food product. Wants to try at least putting Vegemite in it, like
Oh yeah.
Vegemite chips, Vegemite and Cadbury chocolate.
Don't know about
which
that
isn't
one.
Too bad. It's not too bad. Sort of a little bit of taste, but yeah. I mean, it was like a special edition sort of thing.
And I do love like weird like varieties, like local varietal flavors like that. My local grocery store at the moment has chips flavored like directly what we directly translate to egg balls,
Okay.
which is like a local like snack food that I've had once, and the best way I have of describing egg balls is they're like if Scotch eggs were worse, basically. Like I do appreciate the like curry spices in the ragu that goes around the egg, but egg balls in general are a lot drier than a Scotch egg is, and they're just sort of less pleasant to eat because of it. But we have chips flavored like them in my local grocery store right now.
Okay.
They're not very good. But I tried them because you gotta, you know?
That's it, man. That's it.
Honestly, one of my favorite chip flavors that was like a local thing was fries with mayo.
Ooh.
Not mayo flavored chips, fries with mayo flavored chips.
Yeah.
Because we in the Netherlands, we eat French fries with everything except ketchup, basically.
Yeah.
Like which is great for me because I think ketchup is gross. But like we have fries with mayo, we have fries with frietsaus, fry sauce. It's maybe this one then.
Mario.
Which is like
Mario.
it's similar to mayo, but it's lower in fat is one of the main things. We have fries with peanut sauce,
Yep.
which are
Mario.
delicious. Oh, and one of my favorite local things, oh, that's bomb, is patatje oorlog, which is war fries, where you get a dollop of peanut sauce and a dollop of mayo with your fries, and then you like dip one end of your fry in the mayo and the other in the peanut sauce, and then you eat it like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it rules.
Okay.
And we do curry sauce as well. We do yoppie sauce, which was invented sort of in the center of the country. And it's sort of like a tangy kind of relish kind of flavor. But it's like a mayonnaise based relish, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm like not the biggest fan of yoppie sauce, but I still prefer it to ketchup. Damn it, too late. Okay, maybe I go up. And so
I'm gonna give a shout out to chicken salt and fries.
That sounds delicious.
It's so good.
Are you, remind me, is Australia also a vinegar on fries country, or is that just the UK?
I believe that's just a new thing. I could successfully say we are a chicken salt on chips.
Ah, you do still call them chips, of course.
Yeah, it's what about weird things that in hindsight is probably wrong.
Yeah, it's too late to change it now. Yeah, when I'm talking about chips, I'm talking about what you call crisps.
Yeah.
Although there are some parts of Australia where you call both of them chips, right?
That's right. I guess the qualifier is that you could call it hot chips. Talk about fries.
No. This one?
The table on the right.
It is the table. Ooh. Gotta say though, I love me a poutine. I wish I could buy cheese curds here to make poutine. Are you familiar with poutine?
And I am not, sorry.
It's a Canadian snack food. It's fries covered in gravy and cheese curds.
Oh, okay.
It's so good. Water beats fire, fire beats ice, and ice beats water. Yeah, makes sense.
Classic triangle strategy.
But yeah, cheese curds in like Canada and the Midwest in America, you can just buy cheese curds in the grocery store. And I have never seen them. Which sucks, because they're delicious. Right, now we can go upstairs, which is this way. Now you can tell I'm like... I call myself culturally Canadian just because I dated someone from Canada for 11 years. Like, the way I pronounce poutine is very Canadian. But yeah, to go back to the original point that started this discussion, like, food is constantly changing, and I think people should be okay with change and also just experimentation.
Exactly. I agree.
Like, just because that's not how it was when you grew up doesn't mean that it is automatically bad. And that's just true of, like, life as well. You know? That's one of the main things
Mario.
that I think, like,
Mario. Oh yeah.
we really have to hammer in for, like,
Mario.
people who struggle with scientific literacy as well. Like, when we learned about science in, like, middle school and high school and even elementary school, you got, like, the more simplified version that children could understand.
Yeah.
And also it was, like, I don't know, 30 years ago. And, like, science changes.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was a kid, Pluto was considered a planet. And it's not anymore. And, like, I can't fathom not being an astronomer or an astrophysicist and caring about that. Like, Pluto being a planet or not doesn't affect anyone except, like, astrophysicists in any meaningful way.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here now. But, okay, this is also a fake door, I imagine. Figured I'd try it, but I knew I would get punished.
Oh.
So we're up here, but we can't actually open any of these doors yet.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if I've missed something somewhere else. Maybe down there?
We know you. Yeah. Do we need to go back to EGAD?
Ooh, maybe. Because this is also a fake door. Yep. See, I keep trying it and hoping that it'll be like anything different, but it never is. But I was gonna say it never hurts to check, but in this case it definitely does. God damn it. As my dad always says, if you don't try, you don't know. Strictly speaking, he says if you don't try, you don't get, but he's allowed to be bad at English. He's in his late 60s. Oh, there's still something in here. Interesting. Okay, so it's like here somewhere. Oh, it's the spindle. Or not spindle, spinning wheel. Carpet? What am I missing? Bookshelf? Table again?
Mario. Oh yeah.
Guten Tag. Boonswoggle. Gotcha.
すくすくやぼやぼヤマンバ
Right, and now we're... Oh, that's not even the way I was supposed to go. Oh, no, it is. No, it isn't, because I can't go to that room from here. Right? No, because there's no door there. I'm gonna take off this shirt, by this, like, flannel shirt. It's getting warm.
What you... Oh.
Never punished. Should I have paused the game? Yes.
But you gotta live dangerously.
Yeah. It really was a classic case of what could possibly go wrong. And you know me, I'm a risk taker, baby. The door's locked. I hate how, like, big those explosions are and how long they last. I'd be willing to bet that, like, they're the things that have hurt me more than anything else in this game. Actually, maybe I need to use my camera up here. Keep forgetting to do that.
Oh, yeah. Maybe back at that door where the ghost was.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe I can get more health out of this box. Make another save slot.
Yep. Maybe get closer?
Curious. There wouldn't happen to be like a very convenient return to Professor Egad button, would there? No.
There is a mirror in that previous room you were in.
Oh, right, the mirrors! Oh, I forgot about that. Not here, right?
Oh no, you're there. You just gotta get in the middle, and then look at your camera. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
there we go. Yeah, thanks. Make a real save point as well. But then, how do we...
Yeah.
What happens if I... Cool. Okay, nothing. Let's go down to Mephisto's Cafe. I don't think we've accomplished everything there is to do down here.
Oh yeah.
I genuinely don't know where we're supposed to go next. Because this door's locked. And I feel like we've hit every room. Maybe there's something... Because that room's still gray as well. Maybe there's something on the outside area that we haven't accomplished. Do you remember how we got to that area with, like, the graveyard?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there is one thing that Egad said. To, like, help out the plants? Oh, that just gets you one. Okay, that's less interesting. Which I still have yet to find, like, a use for. Oh, here we have Pokemon Emerald. I'll take it. On the one hand, I understand that like keeping those enemies around lets you kill them again and get health and stuff, but man, they're so annoying.
So you've got 20 boos. Apparently, you need to go back to the You need to go back to the safari room to make some water ghosts appear.
The safari room. What floor is that on?
I think that was the one before the actual boo. The boo that says you gotta get 20 boos.
Okay, the one with the leopard skin rugs. Okay. Which is this way? Question mark? Yeah, because these stairs go up. God, I could go for some cheese right now. I do have.
Actually,
oh my God!
You're in the
I'm-
dining room. No. Oh no, you got the water. Go back and get the. You go get the ice.
Yeah.
You suck up the ice. Yeah. Apparently you need the ice. Cool. Can you go up more?
Not from here, because this door's locked. Oh, it's not. Oh my God! I've been making it so much harder on myself. That's gonna save so much time. No, it's just a gold mouse. Oh my God. Because I've got like a nice like hard like aged goat cheese in my fridge right now, and it's so good.
Yep. Yep. So go. I believe that's the safari room.
Looks like
There
it.
should be some animal heads up the top of the back wall. Can you like blowing them to sucking them to make them shake?
Yeah, I noticed earlier that they had physics. This guy didn't come up before. Rude and maybe because I didn't have the ice element.
Oh yeah.
Come on. This the vacuum, I hope. Okay. Ooh. What the hell? Alright, okay, we're good. Bananas. In pajamas.
A very popular Australian show.
Could I have referenced, like, Donkey Kong instead? Yes. Instead of bananas in pajamas? This explains why there's a chest with a big health from this one. Getting slaughtered. Gimme. Gimme.
Oh, come on. So close. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Stupid bananas. I am going to become the Joker. I've taken to saying that whenever I get mad. It just immediately diffuses it and makes it funny. Did you watch the Todd Phillips Joker movies at all?
I saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
I kind of want to see the second one because I like watching terrible movies. Like, there's a new, like, family drama or legal drama or something on Disney Plus starring, like, Kim Kardashian. And that show is supposed to be awful. And that's, like, the biggest selling point I've ever heard for me watching it. Like... Alright, now it's all coming together.
Mario.
See, the problem is, sometimes things that are awful because they're just boring.
Oh yeah.
And that's what happened with, like, the Borderlands movie, I think. Like, I never watched the Borderlands movie. And I like Borderlands enough that I was at least interested. But that movie's just supposed to be, like, really boring, right?
Yeah.
Which is wild, that you can say something that a Borderlands movie is boring. Like, there's a lot you can say about the Borderlands as a franchise, but it's never boring.
Yeah, boring's not the word to use.
Like,
Oh yeah.
the biggest criticism you can give to Borderlands games is that they're annoying.
Yes.
And yeah, a lot of them are. Or there are parts of a lot of them that are, I think is a more accurate way of saying it. Like,
Now,
I think
before we get in the door, I just want to... All right. We are coming across our 1 minute mark.
yeah. I'll, like, pause right after this door opens.
Yeah.
But, like, oh, hey, you're on the balcony. But yeah, like, just to finish my thought on Borderlands, like, I talked about this when we covered Borderlands 3 on a very early episode of Gamepodular Unfocused. Like, that game just never shuts up. Like, there's always someone in your ear yelling at you to do something. And a lot of the dialogue is funny, but a lot of it is also like, yeah, I know. I'm actively doing this side quest for you. Stop yelling at me. Like... I'm on it. Would you just give me a second? And how they managed to translate that into a boring movie is... I kind of still want to watch the movie just as like a media analysis project, you know? Just like, okay, what went wrong here? How did they manage to turn Borderlands boring? But then I would still have to watch a boring movie, and I don't really want to do that. I already watched Eternals.
Yeah.
Which, didn't that movie also have Cate Blanchett? Am I misremembering? Wasn't she one of the Eternals?
No, I think Cate Blanchett was actually in the third Thor movie.
Right, she was Hela. Yeah, or Hel, I think.
Yeah.
Both are correct,
Yeah.
I think. Anyway, that's going to take us to our break. We'll be gone for a couple of minutes. You know, go to the bathroom, get some stretches, grab a drink, and we'll be back for more Luigi's Mansion in a bit. See you later.
Bye-bye.
And we're back. Hope y'all had a good break. I poured myself some delicious fruit juice. It has many different types of berries in it.
Very nice. Actually, very nice.
Scott, you can't just...
Yes?
You can't just right after we come back from break, man.
Mario. Oh yeah.
Okay.
What'd I do?
What happened?
What'd I do?
Puns. I go back and forth on puns.
Okay. Well,
Here's the thing.
Sorry,
I am
no.
a hypocrite when it comes to puns, because, like, I love making them, but I don't love hearing them.
Mario. Oh yeah.
well, the opportunity was there.
Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna cause me pain. Can't do anything there. Let's see if there's anything useful this way.
Mario. Oh yeah.
Cheese house, but dimension. Oh my god, it's happening again.
Okay, I have a suggestion.
The water.
As we go into it.
That seems like a terrible idea, but it seems like the only thing that is possible. Alright, time for Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain. Ooh, big boss fight. They've taken away my ice cream. Hello, please. Okay, freeze them first. Okay, and then they pop when they hit the unicorn. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I guess you say they're getting to the point.
You know, you've got a real sharp sense of humor today, bud.
Ah.
Whoops. That's not a reference I think anybody's gonna get. I don't know, how familiar are you with House of Pain songs that aren't jump around? Yeah. Joy, come on. I don't even like House of Pain, and I know that song. I mean, the reason is I watched Todd in the Shadows cover House of Pain on One Hit Wonderland. Come. There's so few of them so much faster. I'm having a hard time like, attacking them. I'm not at the level yet where I can. God damn it! Actually, like interact with large. So rude. Ah, too late. All right. We got one. Got another one. Nope, too late.
Oh!
And there was one. Oh, come on. There's a lot of ice, too. Oh my god. I did drop a
Recommend making
save. I did drop a save point right before the fight. And now that I know what I'm supposed to do, it's going to go a lot better. Berries.
Oh yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. Unskippable cutscene. Have you seen, do you watch a lot of Tom Scott videos?
Yeah, I watched the ADSF movies.
He also does just like normal comedy sketches. And the one that like is currently living rent-free in my head and has been for a very long time is the juice that makes your head explode.
Yeah.
Because it tastes like berries.
Ah, okay.
It's juice that makes your head explode. This is, again, where I really wish the vacuum crosshair.
Right, Linus, yeah, like Linus sight.
So you're getting Metroid Prime 4 when it comes out, yeah?
Yep,
You've
it's
already,
already
like,
preloaded.
Reloaded, yeah. I am going to be curious to hear your thoughts on sort of the discourse that surrounded the reviews for that game.
Yes.
Because like, the general impression that I've been given is that that character is like in the beginning of the game, maybe, and not in like the whole thing. See, the problem that I'm running into in this fight is it like takes Luigi a bit to actually like start blowing ice. And the boos are capable of attacking me in that time period. Because I sort of need them to like get close to start attacking me, and then they can blast me. Nice. See, I need them to do that like spinning tackle, and they're not gonna do that if I'm actively blowing ice. They just try to avoid me. But if I don't do it fast enough, then they're gonna hit me, and Luigi, there's like a wind-up, because he has to like physically like move the vacuum like forward. Oh, I almost had it. Oh. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, not wrong, Luigi. Whew. Oh, fancy key.
Luigi. Luigi. 天変2、サメの時2、テテ、フリゲング、ベジギ、ミ、ウマカ、ヤボヤボ、ウィ、フリケン、オムガ、ルイーギ、ボド。
Pardon?
Hey, remember what you said? No wrong things with food.
I didn't say that.
Let's try.
One of these things is literally poisonous. Like dandelions are edible. Like, I got no problem with dandelions. Barnacles may be a little difficult, like you'd have to crack them open, but we do that with like shrimp and stuff as well. Diesel will kill you.
Bodo, Luigi. Pen, pen, Bodo, ma, ma, poe.
Oh yeah.
That's where I know that from. In that do. That's the museum thing from Animal Crossing.
Ghost pancakes. Wow, yeah, it's been a hot minute since we were at the lab. Look at all these portrait ghosts we're creating.
Jimmy, Jimmy. Yabo, yabo. Ho, ho, ho.
Biff Atlas. Biff Atlas is a wrestler ass name. One of the things I've made that I am the most proud of is a this or that quiz of pro wrestler or Yu-Gi-Oh character that got played on like my favorite streamers like variety show. They played it and it was great.
Nice.
And one of the examples, speaking of Biff Atlas, that I gave is Flex Rumble Crunch.
Okay.
That is a former professional wrestler. He was part of the Devastation Corporation with Blaster McMassive.
Oh.
Okay, it's going pretty well. We've got 2 empty spaces there. And this is presumably where King Boo is gonna go. Though I don't remember this area being nearly this sparkly. Maybe this is what all the money is for.
Luigi. Oui.
Right.
Yabo yabo.
I
Luigi.
still have yet to get used to
Umaka.
not being able to use the D-pad for menus.
Oh, yeah.
Because remind me, the GameCube controller did have like a normal D-pad and had the C buttons, right?
It had a C stick.
Right,
That's
it had
the
a C
analog stick.
stick.
And it did have a D-pad, but it was a small D-pad.
It's happening again. Okay, and then we go over there.
Yeah.
All right. Right. Enough chin wagon.
Does Luigi have a chin to wag?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
What? Oh, is it only is this a one-way door? No, this is the one that's open. This is the one that's still locked for some godforsaken reason. So I do have to go around again. I think I've told you about the show Letterkenny before. The, like, show about rural Alberta. It's like a comedy show. There's a segment from that show that I think about a lot. There's an episode, it was very, I guess it's still current of the times, where, like, Letterkenny, the town, which is a real town that exists as well, they have, like, a sports team, probably a hockey team, considering it's Canada. And the name is, like, culturally insensitive. Call it racist to, First Nations people, and the town just sort of gets together to be like, hey, we should probably change that, eh? Yeah, let's change it to this. And, like, everyone's happy about it. Until, like, some guy from Calgary or something, like, he gets wind of this and gets a bunch of, like, far-right weirdos to be like, they don't say woke because it's like old enough that wasn't like a talking point for far-right weirdos yet. But spiritually, they called it woke to change the name of the team. And the like sort of the main guy is played by Jay Baruchel, and he's so funny, and it is so cathartic to see him absolutely get his butt kicked. Because like a bunch of people, like he and his far right buddies, they stage a literal like protest with like the tiki torches. And then a bunch of people from town, including some First Nations people, show up and just beat the stuffing out of them with hockey sticks. It's great.
Yabo yabo.
Awesome.
Yabo yabo. Ho, so, Ottoma, sike, sike. Bo, yuiki, odo.
Okay. I guess now I go to the breaker room? I mean, let's try going in here first, but... It's pronounced fun. Dumb. I can't really quote a lot of that show on stream because, I mean, it takes place in rural Alberta, so they swear a lot. There's a conspicuous bulge under this table. Ah, that phone's ringing me.
Hello?
Hello, is this the Krusty Krab? Yeah, there we go.
Hello?
ゲイルベジジオドサメの竹ソースーさんベジジシケシケスクスクオーヤミウイソースーさんシスクスクウイソースーさん
The
サメの
gallery.
竹
Oh, fled from the gallery.
オットマポエジミジミペンペンヘイヘイのじびがぎうまか
Okay.
ルール
Rooms with mirrors.
ウイ
Combat time. Combat time. Come at me, bros. Man, remember when that was a movie? Anybody else? Would anyone else like some smoke?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm doing it on purpose for laughs. Before anyone gets at me. I think I said in the last stream that I am determined to, like,
Oh, yeah.
do a lot of that on purpose for my nephew when he becomes old enough to process memes. I'm convinced it's 7-8, isn't it, little guy? No, it's not 6-7.
Mario!
I respect the 6-7 thing. Like, it is one of those things where, like, if you have to ask, you don't get it. And that's fine with me. I don't need to get it. The kids are allowed to have their own culture. And when I say the kids, like, Gen Z is, like, coming up with, like, Gen Z is in their 20s now, right? Like, although I think 6-7's more of a Gen Alpha thing. The generational divide stuff never actually mattered all that much to me. It is, like, deeply funny that it is becoming clear that the, like... Remember how we millennials got blamed for, like, the death of like napkins and fabric softener and stuff. And now Gen Z and Gen Alpha are just getting a whole bunch of the same garbage.
Yep.
I can't imagine being that deeply like invested in generational conflict. Well, generational conflict about stuff that doesn't actually matter. I mean, I say this as the generation that killed fabric softener, but fabric softener doesn't actually do much. Like, was the Wall Street Post being paid by, like, Procter & Gamble to write a hit piece about the millennials killing fabric softener? Like...
What when millennials supposed to be eating Tide Pods? Was that Gen Z?
I think that was Gen Z already. That was definitely, like, a thing the kids were doing.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I know I just said, like, that I don't care about the general divide, but it is very funny that, like, older generations, the boomers and Gen X, they have a habit of just blowing that kind of stuff, like, way out of proportion. And I'm sure that it's going to happen to millennials as well. That we're going to find something that the Zoomers and the Alphas are doing that we're just like, we find like 2 people doing it, and then we're like, oh, all of Gen Alpha is doing this. Because we've apparently never heard of the word sample size. You know me, I'm generally like someone who will come to the defense of journalism as an institution and journalists as a profession. But on the other hand, I do feel like there are some times where it's just like, well, my opinion column is due like in 2 days and I still don't have anything. So let's just look on TikTok to see if I can find 3 people talking about the same thing and talk about it like it's the next big thing in online culture.
Oh yeah. Mario? Oh yeah.
I do find it funny. There was an article on the Australian Broadcasting Corporation news website.
Yeah.
Saying that from the last Australian federal election, that the millennials are sort of the first generation with the ATR now that are more typically voting more progressive.
Hell
The
yeah.
idea is that the older you get, the more the older you get, apparently the more conservative you're supposed to do that. So apparently that obviously baby boomers and apparently Gen X as well. Apparently, millennials are the first one to sort of go against that trend.
Glad to hear it. Good job, us.
Well, I really just think it's because we've millennials just a whole bunch of money. There's a housing affordability crisis.
Yeah,
Just-
like a big part of our generation and also Gen Z moving more to the left is like we are now like seeing the end result of the many years of conservatism and libertarianism that a lot of countries sort of settled into. And shock surprise, it didn't work very well. And so now, like, a lot of us are like, hey, why don't we vote for people who have good ideas instead of bad ideas? Lower CO2 emissions, you say? Why, that's positively impossible.
More house affordability?
But who will think of the landlords? And housing investment corporations.
The little mum and dad battling. Little mum and dad investors who are true battlers with their 20 homes that they own. Who would think of them?
Like, I do agree that, like, straight up saying that, like, I think people should be allowed to own more than one home, with the caveat that, like, somebody actually lives there, you know? Like, you know, a big thing for people my age is we don't have any goddamn money. So, and we'll just never be able to afford a house normally. And so, like, my parents, and our parents, I should say, because I'm talking about our generation in general, a lot of our parents did have money. And so the only way we're ever going to be able to afford a house is if they buy them for us.
Yep.
And in that way, like, that should still be allowed to happen because like, buying a house is very expensive, but it is cheaper in the long run. And the more people, like, that can get out of the renter's market and into the owner's market, the better. Because you have more control over the decisions you make. You don't have to deal with a bunch of garbage rules, unless you have a really terrible homeowners association, which, to be honest, I've never really experienced. Like, the one that I'm part of is just sort of disorganized, but it doesn't, like, have you heard about some of the homeowners associations in America? Like,
I have.
You're only allowed to, like, oh my god, I'm like sort of drawing a blank on the exact rules that I've seen, but there's a lot of them that are just like, what do you mean I'm not allowed to have, like, Halloween decorations on my lawn after November 1st? You know, like, I'll get around to it. Or, oh yeah, lawn uniformity as an HOA. Just, it's my house. Let me plant what I want. It doesn't all need to look the same. What is this, the Stepford Wives? Like, like, I'm an anti-lawn guy. To a certain extent. Like, I respect the, like, you know, if you've got, like, a big yard, having a bunch of it be grass just so, like, your kids can play on it, fair enough. But grass, like, sucks, right? We all know this. It's like, unless you get, like, most species of grass just takes so much water and so much upkeep for, like, very little, like, reward, basically.
I was so happy. With the previous place I was at, it was in a townhouse, and so I had no yard. I didn't have to mow. It was so nice.
And, like, my brother and his wife, they have, like, oh my god, there's so many ghosts. They have, you know, they have a pretty nice house. Like, they you know, they got a mortgage for it and everything. And they have, like, a little bit of a yard, but most of it is just, like, they put, like, big stone tiles on it. So their kid still has room to play, and then around it they planted, like, you know, interesting, cool local plants. Oh, I do have to go through there. Ugh. And then in, like, the window that goes out to, like, the kitchen, like, they just have to open the window and they have, like, a little herb garden back there. But the big uniform, like, your grass has to be under a certain, like, it has to be less than an inch tall at all times. It's just like... Did you really, like who cares? Why do you care?
People who've got just too much time on their hands.
Not to like throw too much shade, but that is apparently what I get. That is what I gather is one of the main problems in my homeowners association. Is we have to like elect a board, right? And there was one person on the board who, on the previous board, who is, in my opinion, mostly responsible for making the whole thing so disorganized, because they just love meddling, seemingly. And so, like, we're part of like a corporation or like an organization or whatever. I forget what the word is. Like, and this person on the board would just like not do things the way they're supposed to, and then be surprised when nothing got done. And the corporation that sort of like handles a lot of this stuff is like somewhat to blame. Like their communication hasn't always wasn't like the best. But I read like the letter of complaint that the old board sent to like the homeowners in this building. It's just like, even I, knowing very little about the situation at the time, because I only just started living here, was like, okay, but you get how this is your fault, right? Like, this is not something they had any control over. And this person just didn't seem to have the self-awareness to, like, accept that, basically. And they're not on the board anymore.
Hooray!
But like compared to some of the absolute garbage that I've heard from like American HOAs, this is very small potatoes, you know?
I wonder what the homeowners association will have to say about Luigi's mansion.
Oh, there's no HOA for this, are you kidding me? I guess in a way you could argue that the ghosts are the HOA. They're either the HOA or squatters, depending on how you look at it. And don't get it twisted. Like, I live in the Netherlands. We have a long and proud history of squatting. It's basically like a cultural institution, because like squatting is such a good approach to a modern problem of people keep buying houses to just sit on them as investments, essentially.
Exactly.
If no one's gonna live there and you got nowhere to live, I have great news for you. And it's like here in the Netherlands, we have like great like laws surrounding that sort of thing. Like it's, I confess, I don't know exactly what they are, but it's not like a jailable offense to squat. Like, there's a lot of it is just like the impression that I get. This is hashtag not legal advice. Is the law is very much like, no, I get it. Like, you shouldn't do it, but I get it. You know? That seems to be, in my very limited understanding of the law, how it's thought about by the law in this country. Leave me alone. There you are. Although here's a fun fact for you. Cordless angle grinders are illegal in this country.
Oh.
Because they can be used as a way to break and enter.
Mario.
Hell yeah, let's...
Where does that go?
Ah, basement. How convenient. We were just on our way there. It's almost like this game has purposeful design. This does go back to, like, something I think we were talking about in the last stream as well. Man, I love a good linearly designed video game. I don't need a game to be like a massive open world with a bunch of like side quests and stuff. And this game is like, you know, it's kind of an open world game, but also it makes it very, very clear where you're supposed to be going next. You know?
Yeah.
Go down there. I'm just gonna drop a save here.
Yep.
Oh man, are we almost at, oh, we're almost at 2 hours already?
Yep. That's Luigi's Mansion for you.
That's just streaming in general. Like, it's always so fun. Alright, we got basement. Wait. That door was not locked before.
Yeah.
We've been in here.
Yeah. I was panicking that you would maybe accidentally load it up an older save, but I can see the 37 ghosts.
That's another key. Oh, okay. Lol. Knock, knock. Open up the door, it's Luigi. It's the light. There is light in the... What am I missing?
Let's go. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
200. Damn.
Which is the nuts.
Sorry, what? Nuts?
They said they were nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Their words specifically.
Whoops. Well,
Mario!
dust? Wow, yeah, that's a big pile of dust. Oh, come on.
This is giving me Skyward Sword vibes with the big glowing set. Get that big glowing tool.
Oh, yeah, that thing. I've never played Skyward Sword, but I know it from Smash Bros.
Yeah. I would recommend the Switch version, but I would recommend it using the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, because that's like
Using
a motion control
It does alleviate because it tries to do the sword swinging with the right analog stick, which is just awkward as anything.
Yeah. But then how do you control the camera?
You don't.
I'm out. Hard pass.
There's always, yeah. It is a good game. I will give it that.
I've heard very mixed things about it. And I will say, this is like a very petty me problem. I have like a dislike for Skyward Sword in the context of like Zelda fans. Because like Skyward Sword, more than any other Zelda game, like a lot of people, like, there were some reviews, I think, I can't remember which site it was, gave it like an 11 out of 10, which is just absurd. And then there were a lot of people who were like upset, but like, oh, Skyward Sword, you only gave it an 8 out of 10, how dare you? You know? And it's like, my brother in Din, you haven't played it yet. It's not out. And don't get me wrong, I like Zelda games. I've played a lot of them, but like...
Mario!
No Zelda game is absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Like, I am of the opinion that like Ocarina does definitely hold up. I really like Ocarina of Time. I first played, like, I never played the original. The first time I played Ocarina of Time was on the 3DS version. And Ocarina is great. It's not the best game of all time, but it's great. Yes, please. This again. I guess we have to find more booze. But we'll do that next time, because we are right at the top of the hour, baby. Create suspend point. Overwrite data. Hell yeah, here we go. All right. This was a lot of fun, as it always is. I'm looking forward to playing more. Speaking of which, same time next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. On Thursday, I definitely remember the 4th. we will be playing more Luigi's Mansion. I know that is the release date of Metroid Prime 4. I will not be buying Metroid Prime 4 because I want to play 2 and 3, and I currently cannot. So I know you've, like we said, already bought it, and it's preloaded on your Switch. So if you're going to tear yourself away from it for a couple hours to hang out here and play some Luigi's Mansion.
Yes, I'll do the good thing, but once we finish the stream, I'll be right on it. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, I'm not expecting any less. All right. As a reminder, if you want to give us money, you can do that on our Patreon and our Ko-fi. Check out our podcasts at Gamepodular.com. We got a new... We haven't released anything like in the last couple of weeks, but we've got we've got a recording this weekend. And then for Unfocused, and then I think we have an N-Focused recording scheduled for N-Focused. Good job, Hilka. An N-Focus recording scheduled for... Curious. I know I have one scheduled. It's just not in my phone calendar. I'm pretty sure it's the 9th. But as you may have noticed, it is currently Black Friday week. And Rosalie, in her day job, is a hardware writer. And so she has the hell shift of being on call for Black Friday. She's working from like 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. shifts kind of thing, you know? And so she's currently not super available for recordings. And I wish her the best. I would not want to imitate her. This sounds like torture. But, you know, it's her day job. You got to do what you got to do. Or I guess it's her night job in this particular instance. I just checked. It is indeed scheduled for December 9th. So we got some new episodes coming out soon. But until then, we'll see you on the Twitch channel. Same bat time, same bat channel. I'm pretty sure that's a reference to the Adam West Batman show, which I've never watched.
Yes.
But I just love the phrasing.
Oh, I watched snippets of it.
I've seen like the bat shark repellent spray. I've seen that clip. And I've seen the like gif of him like running around with a really large comedy bomb.
Yep.
That's basically all I've seen of the Adam West Batman show. Anyway, we'll see you all next week for more Luigi's Mansion if you can tear yourselves away from Metroid Prime 4. Have a good one, y'all, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.